If you were exposed to space, something extremely different would happen than what you think. The first thing that would happen is air would just rush out of your body. This is because there's no pressure, anything like that, holding in the air. There's no pressure, so it just flows right out super fast because there's nowhere for it to really stay in your body. There's no reason why it should, so it just comes out. So that's the first thing that happened. It wouldn't really feel too great. And then within 10 to 15 seconds, you wouldn't see anything. Kind of crazy how you would be seeing for 10 to 15 seconds though. Like, really, that's really a long time. I don't really see how that could possibly happen, but it happens. And by now, you'd probably be dead from suffocation. And because none of this would really matter from where I'm talking about now, because you'd be dead before this really happened. I mean, you'd suffocate for like 10 to 15 seconds, you know? Probably longer. But you'd be suffocated before this even happened. Because you don't have any air in you. Remember, the air rushed out? You basically die when that happens. And, yeah. Just like you drowning in water. And then after that, after the air rushes out, and then you black out, your blood vessels would bust. They would just break, fall apart, because there's no air pressure. There's no air pressure, so there's nothing supporting it in the way it was already at, and when it all of a sudden has to float around, because, actually that's not why, it's because, like, the vacuum, it, like, I don't know, it's just, like, it just breaks, because you don't have any air, so obviously they break. There's no air going in your blood vessel. Because there's no air, they would get too tight, they would bust. You can't, they won't work without air. They need air in your blood vessels. So that's why they break. And as I was saying, you'd suffocate by now because there's no oxygen. So I'm not sure when that would happen, but basically maybe the blood vessel thing would have happened, and then you'd probably die. But you'd be pretty dead by now, so yeah. And also, this wouldn't matter too much because you're already dead, but if you happen to have any spots, no clothes on, you know, like my sleeve, even though I have my sleeve on, my arm would get a super bad sunburn, an extremely bad sunburn. And so your clothes and stuff, what's over your clothes, what's under your clothes wouldn't have a bad sunburn. But the reason why is because you're directly exposed to the rays of the sun. No atmosphere protecting you or anything. So think about that for a second. That's what would happen if your body was exposed to the vacuum of space. Leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And yeah, keep your cool. Lotivity. Over and out.